Welcome back. This is Jacob Milliken, owner of 9M Investments, and today we're going to be walking through April's private performance numbers. When it comes to the private performance, it's always relative to what was going on in the public market. And so, come April, S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100, both down over 4%. So, kind of comparing the different spots that we have within our private space to that kind of gives you an idea of how these private investments can really kind of help in volatile times, especially downside volatility. So let's jump into the numbers for April. With the REIT space, Blackstone's BREIT was up 0.39%, now up 2.21% on the year. Nuveen's Global City REIT was down slightly at 0.22% and down for the year so far 0.28%. Now, comparing that to the public REIT space, which is down about 6% on the year, very, very strong performance, even with Nuveen being down slightly. The big advantage with these private REITs, though, is this dividend. Blackstone's 4.7%, Nuveen's 5.73%. If we were turning on this dividend and using it toward income, within a taxable account or an individual account, that's typically where we're going to hold these if we're going to be using for income. This is 100% tax-free, and Blackstone's BREIT is 85% tax-free. So a huge advantage of using that in the right type of account. Again, kind of back to that theme of right investments in the right account can make a huge difference. Within the private credit space, Blackstone's private credit, Carlyle's tactical credit, again, kind of been a moment for a while now for the private credit space. Blackstone's was up over 1% or at 1%. Carlyle's right under 1%, both over 4% on the year, up year to date. And you're going to remember last year they were up over 14%. So very, very strong return spectrum. Where this sits in your portfolio, if you look at it, we're reinvesting this dividend, or whether we're going to be using this dividend for income, the 10.4 and the 10.37, very, very strong dividend for both of these. Again, they've taken advantage of the floating rate nature of a lot of these underlying loans that they're doing. And as interest rates have gone up, that dividend has gone up too. Something to think about, though, is even if interest rates do kind of float down here in the near future or over the next couple of years, these dividends, even within a low interest rate environment, will still very strong, 8.5%. So, where this might change into the future, still going to be getting a very, very high dividend compared to using a individual bond or even from T-bills or anything like that. The priority income fund, kind of a newer addition to our portfolios, was actually down 2.8%. Now down or up over a little less than 2% on the year. But really, with the way this fund is designed, even though I'm not exactly happy with a negative 2.8% on a month, this fund is really designed to be essentially at par. There, over the long term, we should get up maybe a little bit of growth, but really it's more focused on being stable and all about this dividend. And so again, this is a fund that we use to create income for our investors. Very happy with the 12.44% there. But again, whether that be in an IRA account, a Roth IRA account, and again, very, very strong piece of producing income for my clients. And then on to the true private equity funds. Again, these are funds invested for the long term. iDirect Private Markets Fund. Actually, I don't have the April numbers, but the March number, it was down slightly, up 1.77 on the year through March. Blackstone's in April was up 1.39%. Again, relative to what was happening in the public markets, which were down over 4%, the S&P, NASDAQ, again, kind of gives you that idea of that non-correlation to what's going on in the public markets, and now up 3.82% on the year. These types of investments also tend to be on smaller companies that haven't hit the public markets yet. So the potential for kind of outgrowth over the long term is quite high, and essentially why we have that in our portfolios to begin with. So Anyway, so that was the kind of the update for this month. If you have any questions, please reach out. We'll be happy to walk through any of the investments, see how that might be a fit in your portfolio as well. Hope you have a great day. Talk to you soon.